From KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
And a good morning. It is Monday, August 11th, a huge day for students and teachers. It's the first day of back to school for so many districts in our area.
Yes, happy back to school. And our Japhanie Gray and Devin Karp are live this morning getting a look at the first day of school for many kiddos out there. So Japhanie is out at Helotes Elementary and Devin is out at Meadow Creek Elementary. And we're going to check in with them in just a minute. So here's a look, though, at some of the school start dates for today and this week. So, of course, today, the big ones, Northeast ISD, Northside ISD, and others. Then Tuesday, we have Floresville, Pleasanton, Poteet, and a lot more.
Throughout the rest of the week, most other area districts are welcoming students back to the classroom as well. You see the list there. And then next week, a few more go back, including New Braunfels, Somerset, and Edgewood ISDs. We have a complete list of all the back-to-school dates right now at KSAT.com, so you can certainly take a look at that. And in the meantime, we'll take a look at the roads on this Monday. I would think things have hopefully kind of calmed down after the morning rush. Again, kind of staggered with the schools going back on different days.
Yeah, we hope so. Earlier, it was kind of the normal construction there on 35 through downtown. That was a little crowded, maybe also with the back to school and the usual rush to get to work. But hey, right now the roads are looking a lot better. There's a look there at I-35 at New Braunfels Avenue and a look at I-10 at the Y. Things are moving right now. Well, here are some school zone safety reminders. So be aware that the traffic patterns around school zones may have changed since last school year. So stay alert and put your phone away. Of course, using a handheld electronic device while driving in an active school zone is against the law. So you stop and yield to people in the crosswalks. And of course, obey those school zone speed limit signs.
And remember, traffic fines increase in school zones. Drop off and pick up your children in your school's designated areas and not in the middle of the street. Just friendly reminders as we get you going here. And of course, keeping tabs on the weather as well, Mr. Horn?
Yes, and I was just talking with Gomez and RJ, and we were surprised the traffic really wasn't so bad this morning. Knock on wood. It could get a little bit worse this week as more schools get started, but it wasn't so bad. The weather wasn't bad either. We started off in the upper 70s this morning. We will make our way up to 90 by noontime. We've lost any morning cloud cover, and then clouds will start to fill back in, and we could get to some of those to bubble up into a shower or downpour. There's about a 20% chance of that anytime between 2 and 8 o'clock. So this could, in theory, affect after-school practice or perhaps evening commute. It's not going to be for everyone, but there will be a few out there on the radar, I think. 98 is our high temperature today. Heat index will be 100 plus. There's a look outside. Yeah, we have a few clouds, but we are starting to see these temperatures make some big leaps. 82 at the airport feels like 86. 82 in New Braunfels feels like 88 there. 81 at Stinson feels like 86. So it is warm. It is muggy. That will lead to some showers and storms, though, this week. The situation is such that we'll get some of those air mass thunderstorms during the afternoon each and every day. Coverage won't be, terribly widespread, but hopefully if you don't get rain today, one of these days here this week you will. And then as we head into the weekend, rain chances start to dip. Okay, we've got to talk about the tropics. We've got a system out there that is showing some promise. We'll show you where it's headed coming up in just a couple minutes. Steph?
Thank you, Justin. Well, we have taken our newscast on the road this morning for this Back to School Monday, where a lot of districts are welcoming thousands of kiddos back to the classroom.
Right, and one of the districts starting today is Northside ISD, and our Japhanie Gray has been there all morning long at Helotes Elementary, and she's checking in once again with a look at how things are going there. Good morning, Jeff.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, we have just over 300 students that are in the class as we speak here at Helotes Elementary. Now, I do want to walk you through, this is kind of a familiar setup that a lot of districts have incorporated, and it's all about safety. So once you walk in, you'll meet Miss Jamie here at the window. You have to sign in first and foremost for a reason of being here, but also you got to have some type of ID. Once you give that ID over, they're going to print out this name tag for you to be allowed to be on the campus. But there's another step. Here in the security lobby, you cannot get in just immediately because it's locked. But once you get buzzed in, boom shakalaka, you can enter into the school premises. And something else that's interesting as well, these doors right here, they've implemented this deal where if this is left open for a certain amount of time, all the alarms will go off. So that's going to kind of send a signal to all of our teachers, letting them know something is up. Also, another safety measure is that when I leave here, I got to take this off and give it back, so that way we don't have people sneaking on and off the campus. But aside from all the safety, you see how beautiful this lobby is. If you could just take a look right now. Welcome to Bulldog Country. In fact, that is the case where you have so much excitement going down. And when I tell you, the staff, students, they are pumped up, but they're not nowhere near as pumped up as these two kiddos that I'm going to introduce you to right now. Check it out. What's your name?
David. Yarek.
What grade are you going to?
First grade, it's so much fun.
How excited are you for school?
Super excited.
Super excited. What's your favorite thing to learn?
PE.
Tell me how excited you are to get to class.
This month excited.
What are you most excited about when you walk into your classroom?
Math.
Math?
I'm meeting my new teacher.
Any words to say to your other classmates to get them pumped up for the school year? What would you tell them?
Hi. This is the best day in my life.
Give me some. The best day in his life and deal, the best day in everybody's life today. If you see that kind of excitement, you just can't help but smile. Again, we're going to stick around here at Helotes because we're going to get to the librarian and kind of talk about, she sees kids across the board, see what she's looking forward to, the excitement, and again, definitely the safety. So we're going to still be doing our thing here at Helotes Elementary School, but for right now, this is not the only district or school that is starting back today. We got our very own Devin Karp. He's been having a good old time over there at Southwest ISD. Good morning, Devin.
Oh yeah, Jeff, that's right. Good morning. We're right over here at Meadow Creek Elementary. We're in the 4th and 5th grade hallway. If you take a look down here, you can see some of the staff. They're giving out some coffee to some of the teachers as they go by, because a little bit of caffeine can go a long way on the first day of school. All these kiddos are in class. They're pretty excited, I gotta say, even though some of the subjects like math and English may not be the exact favorite here at coming up at 9 in the morning. They're still showing enthusiasm to be with their teachers and the students. I had the chance to catch up with the principal here at Meadow Creek, who tells me that today is about learning, but also about bonding and setting a good standard for the rest of the school year. Check it out.
Advice for our kiddos. So I've asked all of our teachers to do some social emotional learning today with our kids so they can start building those relationships. Those are the most important pieces. Beginning to speak to our parents. We allow our parents the first and second day to walk the kids to class. So I've asked our teachers to really make a strong effort to not just get to know our kids, but also our students today. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah, some good stuff going on here today. Their theme for this year is also Back to the Future, getting a little retro here. I got to see a DeLorean they had out here earlier. Pretty cool stuff. We'll tell you what that means and what they hope for the school year coming up here for the rest of the time at the elementary. For now, I'm going to see if I can maybe get in a lesson or two, but I'll send it back to y'all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Oh, very good. Devin out at Meadow Creek, and Japhanie with those excited students out at Helotes Elementary.
Seriously, very good. All right, to other news now. One high school may see a new athletic building in the works. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation says Burbank High School should start construction in early January of next year and finish the following year. The building will have new lockers, a gym, field improvements, and more. It is slated to cost around $18.5 million as part of SAISD's Bond 2020 project. You can learn more about it on our website. Just go to ksat.com.
Here's a look at today's 9 at 9. Well, questions about whether or not Ukraine's President Zelensky will appear at the upcoming summit between President Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin set for this Friday in Alaska. So the meeting is set to discuss peace talks. Ukraine remains skeptical, saying that Russia hasn't taken any real steps toward peace. Last time Alaska hosted a high-stakes diplomatic gathering was in March of 2021.
President Trump says he's unveiling a plan for Washington, D.C. today. It follows his threats to assert more federal control over the nation's capital. The president says he wants to remove homeless people from the city and find other places for them to stay. Homelessness is up across the country, with 770,000 people experiencing it last year. Mr. Trump also wants to reduce crime in Washington.
Well, the U.S. Air Force is making a policy change regarding its longtime transgender service members. Those with 15 to 18 years of service no longer be provided early retirement benefits. So this is also in effect for those members who already had an early retirement package approved. Those service members are now being offered enhanced voluntary separation pay.
Fort Bliss will soon be housing migrants. The Pentagon says a migrant detention facility is being built at the Army base in El Paso. It will be called Camp East Montana and will be open in mid-August. The facility will initially house 1,000 migrants, but will be capable of holding up to 5,000 once it's completed. That will make it the largest federal detention center. It will house migrants who either have their final orders of removal or are in the middle of their removal proceedings.
Well, 2 U.S. senators are calling for Instagram to shut down its new map feature, which allows users to share their real-time location. So Senators Marsha Blackburn and Richard Lothmal says it could put children at risk. Instagram's parent companies say the map tool can be turned off at any time.
2 microchip giants, NVIDIA and Advanced Micro Devices, have agreed to pay the federal government 15% of their revenues from semiconducctor sales to China. In exchange, the 2 companies will obtain export licenses to sell NVIDIA's H20 chips and AMD's M1308 chips in China. That is a reversal for the Trump administration, which had imposed tough U.S. restrictions on chip sales to Beijing. It's unclear how the Trump administration will use the money it gets from the 2 chip makers.
Well, Dermarite is recalling some of its products due to microbial contamination. Now, the company says that the products may be used by either people who are immunosuppressed or by people attending to immunosuppressed individuals. So according to Dermarite, healthy people who have a minor wound may just get a local infection if they use the contaminated products. However, immunocompromised person could develop life-threatening sepsis since the infection may spread into the bloodstream.
A warning about a scam that's stealing homes without owners knowing. It's called deed theft. That's where scammers forge documents to take title of a property. Lawmakers in New York and Texas are cracking down with new laws to protect homeowners from this cruel fraud. Experts say to keep an eye on your mail and check your property records regularly.
And Pepsi now rolling out exclusive drinks just for movie theaters. The beverages are a mix-up of the iconic PepsiCo flavors with fun add-ons like boba, cold foam, and floating cotton candy. Wow.
Oh.
So Drips is now available at 60 Regal locations with plans to expand it to more than 200 locations by the fall. Looks fancy.
Looks sugary.
And very sugary.
Just in moderation, you go to the movies and
get
a little
small size.
Just a little bit. Well, now I know. They're like trash can size. They're massive cups.
Share with the whole family.
Indeed. All right, very good. At 9:10, 82 degrees, still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Well, many students and teachers are back to school this weekend. We know that staying healthy, of course, is a top priority. So after the break, we're going to hear from a local pediatrician about what you and your family can do to stay healthy. Oh, welcome back. It's 9:14, and as a lot of kiddos head back to school this week, staying healthy is a big priority.
Yeah, our Patty Santos spoke with a pediatrician about a health checklist that every family can look at and check off, and here's what you need to know.
We got 1 more week, so we got to start, sleeping early, practicing getting up early and having fun because it's our last week. So
we met Laura Villalobos at the University Health Pediatrics Clinic at Hebner Commons. Her kids are getting physically and mentally ready for school.
Your second grader must be excited, though.
Yeah, right? She's very excited. She's always been excited about school. Mm-hmm. She not so much.
With the school year starting, a lot of forms have to be filled out. We have to make sure that their kids are healthy and ready to go.
Pediatrician Benjamin Balderman says on top of every family's list is knowing which medications your kids need to take to school and having those refills on hand. But families will have questions beyond the first day.
I really want to just educate them on what to be aware of when their kid is sick. So if they have a cough, a congestion, a fever, it's important to know how to deal with that throughout the school year as well.
Sudden cardiac arrest is the leading cause of death in young athletes. It's very often unrecognized until it happens. Even those kids who may be in tip-top shape need a health check before starting a new sport.
There are some cardiac diseases that don't really present until a kid is full force in the action. And a lot of time they have no previous cardiac history, never had shortness of breath, never had chest pain.
Patty Santos reporting right there.
Yes, already getting back to school. And speaking about that, our friends at SA Live also getting ready for back to school. Good morning, Fiona.
Yes, with a lot of kids headed back to school today, if not later this week. Of course, we want to see those back to school pictures. So that is what we are asking folks for today. Justin, do you have any?
Ooh, well, not yet. My girls start back tomorrow and Wednesday, but I will have some pictures, and then I need to go back. I was looking real fly back in like second grade.
Oh!
I have my No Fear shirt.
Oh.
You remember those?
Yes.
Yes. Real good.
Oh my
I need
God.
to find some of those photos.
We're going to need to see that later this week.
Seriously.
We will work that in.
Okay.
See that.
Well, I mean, for my back to school second grade, I'm going to have to take a picture of a picture because there were no digital digital things back then. But yeah, my little girl also starts later. She starts on Wednesday. But no, Ernie, I've seen your back to school picture.
I'll have to upload it, but my twins started their sophomore year this morning, and they're in class already, so they are underway. And of course, I give them credit because they're about to be 15, and they embrace. My wife has them hold up the little sign with starting 10th grade and this and that. And I give them credit because they both still play ball with us and let us do our thing.
I love that. Well, we can't wait to see those. And Justin, can't wait to see your throwback picture later this week.
Yeah, well, we may conveniently lose that someday.
Oh, no. We're looking forward to it now.
No. I've written it down. Write that down. Scan that QR code, folks. Let us know, and we'll share some of those in the show at the top of the hour. Thanks, guys.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Beautiful. I mean, I think by law now you have to take a picture of your kids on the first day of school.
Oh, it's like a rule.
Ish. I'm just kidding. I'm not saying it's not a real law. But
social media this week will be flooded with. That's okay. I like seeing it.
Oh, right on cue.
This is hilarious. So actually,
I was wondering what was happening here.
I actually remember this from last year. So Valerie sent this in. This was last year on the left. This is this year on the right.
I remember this.
So last year he wrote on his face with a Sharpie the first day of school, and I can imagine mom was like, I am not having this.
Hey, this year we have a fresh, clean start.
So Valerie says, remember me, the little guy who wrote on his face the first day of school last year?
I love it.
No surprises this year. And that's great. Looking good. And we've got a ton more pictures to share. We love seeing the kids as they head back to school. We appreciate it, Valerie. It's a great story. You know, that's the kind of story you can tell and tell over again and show the pictures. Of course. Water vapor imagery this morning. We've got a little bit of an area of low pressure here along the Texas coast. It's weak. But there's enough there that it should allow for some isolated showers and storms to pop up today. And we can see that here on Futurecast. So this is around 6 o'clock this afternoon, 1 or 2 showers, 20% chance of seeing a shower where you are. If you see one, it's not going to last very long. It's not going to put down a ton of rain, but just be on the lookout. You know, if one does affect your area, it could affect the evening commute. And this even shows a couple of thunderstorms trying to show up maybe 8, 9 o'clock. But I think by 10 o'clock for sure, most of this is dying down. Then as we get into tomorrow, sort of interesting, not a change, but one update here as we get into tomorrow. This is 4 a.m. This model now wants to take some of these storms that are going to develop up in northwest Texas and not necessarily bring them down to us because I don't think they'll hold together. But there could be an outflow boundary here, and if we can get a boundary to kind of sink south into the area tomorrow, in theory, that could help enhance the rain chance a little bit. I'm still going to keep it at 20%, but this is worth watching. And this is around 6 o'clock tomorrow. Shows maybe some heavier storms showing up. We're not looking for severe weather, by the way, or flooding or anything like that, but brief heavy rain, some gusty winds, all possible with this kind of activity. So this morning, mostly sunny to start. Then you'll start to see clouds developing midday, and then we'll start to put that 20% chance of rain in there, roughly between 2 and 8 p.m. today. Be on the lookout. Temperatures top out at 98. It'll feel warmer than that, of course. Heat indices will be up near 100, 101 to be exact. So that's a little rough for those after-school practices. Stay hydrated. And you see some of these heat indices further south and west. 105 Carrizo Springs, 104 in Eagle Pass. That's those are some rough numbers. Outside right now, we've got 82. Feels like 86. 82 in New Braunfels feels like 88. So we already got a heat index. It stands to reason that it will climb quickly. And real fast, I want to show you that we got storms out around Houston this morning. And we're starting to see some of those cumulus clouds take shape to our south, and those, again, will start to fill in here over the next couple of hours. 20% chance Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's really not a day that stands out there, but you'll see some of this afternoon pop-up stuff. And by the way, it stays hot, upper 90s through the weekend, maybe 100 on Sunday.
Oh, wow. Yep, back to the heat. And for the poor kiddos in practice, hopefully they can just power through it with the excitement.
The thing is, like, it's nothing new. These football players are used to this, but they're all waiting for that first cold front, I'm sure.
Yes, we all are.
Yes, well, we all
are. That's the payoff. That's the payoff.
Yeah.
All right, sir, thank you very much. More to come here on GMSA at 9. We'll be back. It's 9:21.
Hey, welcome back. It is 9:25. Well, inflation continues to be a hot topic on Wall Street, and the popular store Claire's is facing a tough road ahead.
And another winner at the weekend box office. CNN's Sibyl Marcellus has a breakdown of all that for us.
Wall Street is looking to hold on to gains made last week ahead of two key inflation reports favored by the Fed. On Friday, the Dow gained 206 points, the Nasdaq nearly the same, adding 207 points, and the S&P rose 49 points. Right now, futures are looking good. Dow futures are up 87 points, and Nasdaq futures are up 14 points. Mall jewelry staple Claire's may need to close over 1,100 stores soon if a new buyer isn't found. The legacy retail chain filed for bankruptcy a second time on August 6th, according to court records. The Illinois-based company, which has more than 1,300 stores across the U.S., has struggled financially due to the rise of fast fashion brands like Shein and Temu and new tariffs from supplier nations like China. Claire's CEO says the company has received multiple letters of intent to purchase its assets, but no deal has been inked yet. If you make it terrifying, people will come see it. Horror movie lovers flocked to theaters this weekend to see Zach Kreger's Weapons, which grossed more than $42 million domestically. It's the second time this year that an original horror flick was #1 at the box office. #2 was Disney's Freakier Friday. Disney also claimed the #3 spot with its Marvel collab, The Fantastic Four First Steps, followed by the animated family film Bad Guys 2 in 4th, and the Naked Gun comedy with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson rounded out the top 5.
Well, welcome back. It's 9:30, and welcome back to school for a lot of kiddos out there and teachers.
They are underway this morning, and Japhanie Gray has been out at Helotes Creek. Some of the cutest kids we've seen in a very long time this morning, Jaff.
Hey, good morning, guys. When I tell you I'm a kid myself, because check out this crazy library. It's awesome. Look, we all know what this fish is, the rainbow fish. You know, so many cool things are in this room itself. Matter of fact, come follow me through the reading gateway to adventure. Check it out. Boo shakalaka. Your girl on the other side. Again, so many different books, so many different fun activity and ways for kids to use their imagination. But check out this cool corner over here. Looks like a little disco ball. And we got our very own Miss Cindy Alessandro. Yes, this is my friend now. Okay, so check this out. If you take a look inside this little compartment here, a lot of lights flashing. Miss Cindy, can you tell me, what are we looking at right here?
Absolutely. We're looking at our book vending machine. So we had this great idea. We want kids to think of books as a gift, of course, which they are.
Yeah.
But our wonderful PTA sponsored this and got it for us. We recognize 2 students from every classroom every month for their pillar of character. So kids who exemplify responsibility, trustworthiness, caring, we give them a special golden ticket. They get a special golden coin. They come and they pick out their favorite book and keep it forever, and it's a treasure.
Oh,
it's
my
a treasure
goodness.
for them.
I can only imagine. I would be just geeked out if I was like, oh my gosh, it's coming. So yeah, it's a lot of excitement today. And this has been one of many first days back for you. So how long have you been with this school?
I have been here 31 years, my 31st year.
Girls, how do you feel seeing the different generations come through?
I love it. There are so many students that I see now that I taught their parents. It's exciting. And actually, I wanted to really think about what does it feel right now, and every week is special, but the first week is extra special. It's like a family reunion, I think, is what it's like.
Amen.
Everyone coming back, and we just love seeing the kids.
I love that so much. And something that Principal Crick was telling me, obviously safety is something that is very top of mind. And this is your family. Yes, you do what you can to protect them from your standpoint. So you got a lot of things in place, right?
Oh, we are so fortunate. Northside is so diligent about making sure that we have the best for everything for the kids, but we definitely have everything in place to keep them safe.
Yes.
We love them. We want to keep them safe. It's always a priority.
Yes, and if you could, you know, when the kids come through here, they get ready to scream, "Hey, Miss Cindy," you know, all that. What is one thing that you want them to walk out of this library knowing from you?
That they are loved, that they are loved, and we want only the best for them in all that they do. We're here for them 100%.
All right, Miss Cindy, thank you so much for spending your morning with us, sharing your cool little disco ball. I'm going to put a little sound bed on it and stuff. So as you can see, again, they are ready. First day back, very, very successful. And just, again, it just makes me feel at home. This is by far one of the best schools I have been to. I know they were telling me, hey, this is the best school in the district. I kind of sort of think they're right, because the kids, the staff, the everybody making it such a family-like environment. And I hope all of our parents know that your babies are in good hands. Okay, so we know that this school in this district isn't the only district starting up. We have Southwest ISD doing their thing as well, and our very own Devin Karp. He's been live out there all morning long. Good morning, Devin.
Hey, good morning, Jeff. I know you're having a good time, but I've gone pretty partial to the kiddos and teachers here over at Meadow Creek. You can see some of them are starting to make their way through to the classrooms, getting a little bit more chill as we start to settle into the school day, but they have big plans for this year. They tell me the theme for this year is Back to the Future, taking a look at where Meadow Creek has been and where they want to go. I was able to speak with the principal, who says this today is about, starting those first steps, making sure that teachers and students have great bonds for the upcoming year, but they're really wanting to make sure that they can go above and beyond with high expectations throughout the 2025-26 school year. Take a look.
An A campus means that this school has the best educators, and your students are receiving the best education possible. So our kids are doing well on the STAR. And we don't just look at our testing, but also what are our kids producing daily in class. So that means I'm living in the classroom as well and doing what I need to do.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming out there. Honestly, there's probably some kids in this school who might even be a little smarter than me. Maybe we'll see if eventually we give one of them the mic, pass it on. But it's still been a pretty great time here. Coming up later on for the news at noon, we're going to be seeing some of their kids, hearing their thoughts about that first day of school. Yes, I know they had to wake up early, but a lot of them are excited to make some new friends. We'll be showing you all that later on. But for now, I'm still enjoying the halls of Meadow Creek. I'll send it back to y'all. Devin Karp, KSAT 12 News.
Very fun, very colorful. Thank you, Devin. Well, Northside ISD isn't, of course, the only district starting today. Over at Northeast ISD, they have about 55,000 students starting their first day today. And of that group, 150 of their students are going into their second year of their early college program at MacArthur United. So this program, which specialized in education and business, started last year, and it gave students hands-on experience in each field of interest and put them that much closer to the career of their choice.
Well, this hands-on experience is not just in the classroom. I hear that you guys had some fun activities through the summer.
Yes, we got the opportunity to take our 9th grade students who had just finished their freshman year to Regency Elementary, and they were given the opportunity to teach 3rd and 4th graders how to create an invention, how to market it, and they created a little prototype. And it was a really cool experience. The students got to act as the teachers, and they did a really good job at it.
And a bonus here, in the end of the program, students have a chance to graduate with 60 college hours under their belt, as well as an associate's degree.
Very nice. Well, it's also important to note that Comal ISD is hosting 2 student immunization clinics, both of them taking place tomorrow. Anyone interested can register ahead of time, but walk-ins will be accepted. They're happening at Canyon Middle School from 9 a.m. to noon and at Bill Brown Elementary from 2 p.m. to 5. The clinics are open to school-age children through the age of 18. All insurance policies will be verified, and the out-of-pocket cost will be $10 per shot.
Look out there with the live cam. We're at 82 degrees. We know things will warm up in the afternoon. And I was telling Justin earlier that I went for that tax-free shopping yesterday. Ooh. And one of the stores we were in didn't have AC. Oh. It was super crowded, so a lot of hot people.
That's rough.
Yes, it was.
That is really rough. Not good for business either.
No.
Well, it was still packed.
I believe it. I believe it. Hey, guys, we just got some updated news from the Hurricane Center. They are going to start issuing alerts on what has become Tropical Storm Erin. I don't have any stats for you right this second because they're going to start the updates at 10 a.m. So once we get those, we'll pass them along. Obviously, if it's a tropical storm, we got wind somewhere between 39 and 73 miles per hour. I'd guess somewhere on the lower end of that. But yes, we have a tropical storm out there. It's over the open ocean right now. It's that blob you see just west of Africa. But we do think there will be some intensification. It's likely this thing becomes a hurricane. But of course, the question will be, where does it go? We're going to investigate that coming up here in just a little bit. Meantime, back home, 20% chance of rain today. We've already seen a few showers out towards Houston, nothing here locally, but we will start to see those clouds bubbling up into some downpours during the afternoon. And we'll see that each and every afternoon this week. So just have the umbrella on standby. Anywhere from 2 to 8 p.m., some spotty downpours. Basically through Friday, you could see some brief heavy rain. Pollen count is in. Molds are about as low as they go, so that's looking good. But if we do get some rain this week, expect that mold number to jump back up a little bit. It's at 220 today. Guys.
Thank you, Justin. Let's take a look out there with our TransGuide cameras. Things looking so far so good there at I-10 at the Y in the downtown area. I'm looking at the TxDOT website. It looks like there was a minor crash right there at I-10 at Hildebrand. So not on your screen, so just be aware. I-10 at Hildebrand westbound, a minor crash.
All right, 9:39 now. So tomorrow will mark 2 months since flooding here in San Antonio took the lives of 13 people. On Thursday, August 14th, it's being called a day of remembrance in Bexar County.
The event is going to honor the lives of the community members who died in the June 12 floods, and it's being presented by the District 4 County Commissioner Tommy Calvert and Eagles Flight Advocacy and Outreach. So this is being hosted by the Rock Church at 7 p.m. And looking ahead to this week, there are going to be 2 more town halls hosted by Bexar County Judge Peter Sakai to get community feedback on the 2025-2026 fiscal year budget before Commissioner Court adopts it.
Tuesday's town hall is taking place at the San Antonio Food Bank Valero Community Engagement Center, and Precinct 2 Commissioner Justin Rodriguez will be there. Then on Thursday, it will be at Our Lady of the Lake Guadalupe Catholic Church Parish Hall and will feature Precinct 3 Commissioner Grant Moody. The final town hall will be on Thursday, August 24th in Precinct 4 at Holy Redeemer Hall. All of these are free to attend and start at 6 o'clock.
All right, the time now is 9:40 and we are 82 degrees already. Stay with us here on GMSA at 9.
All right, a cute story here. Have you ever heard of a dog with her own doorbell? In Southern California, Emmy the Labrador rings a special bell to visit her favorite neighbor. It's a daily ritual that's won the hearts of millions online. That's coming up.
Well, welcome back. It's 9:44, and it's not often that your neighbors would invite you to ring their doorbell unless you happen to be a very, very special neighbor.
True. So special, in fact, that they provide you your own doorbell. In Southern California, a bond between a Labrador and her favorite neighbor has led to, yes, her own personal alert system. ABC's Danny New has the story.
Go, Cinderos. Quick, there's no time to waste. It's 5 p.m. in Southern California, and that means Emmy can finally go see her favorite neighbor, Linda Rose.
If you notice, she just touched the doorbell. Good girl.
This video from Emmy's dad, Russell, has picked up millions of views on social media as Emmy rings her specially made doorbell, wags her tail impatiently, and then disappears behind the door.
Hi, Emmy. Hi, baby girl.
Russell shares these videos almost every day, and yet Emmy's fans have never actually seen Linda Rose before. That is, until now.
If he can't find her, he never has to wonder where she is.
Where is she?
At our house.
Linda Rose and her husband Mark have known this 7-year-old Labrador Retriever almost her entire life and say they don't appear on camera because these two retirees are often cooking dinner or gardening at this time. Hi. But here's what these daily visits look like from their side.
It never gets old. We look forward to it. We watch the clock.
Before, Linda Rose used to get quite upset if she missed Emmy's appearances, like this door-scratching visit in December of 2023. Can't leave Emmy hanging like that. So Russell installed this doorbell and taught Emmy to push it with her nose. You see, not many of her followers know this, but Emmy is actually a trained service dog. Russell served as a captain in the Army and first started training Emmy to help him out at 8 weeks old.
Like, I've trained her to look behind me in certain situations or just provide a barrier between me and other people. She means a great deal to me. Oh, she's fast today.
Now Emmy also means a different kind of great deal to Linda Rose, Mark, and millions online. One commenter writing, "We all need a Linda Rose in our lives." But for Linda Rose, she's not only quite grateful for Emmy, but also for Russell and this gift he gives her every day.
I mean, it doesn't get any better than having a neighbor who shares their pet with you.
I love that.
That's awesome.
That's really good.
Aww.
We don't deserve dogs.
Emmy is wonderful. That happy tail just wagging away.
I love it. Okay, well, we'll take a peek here. No Labradors here, but just the flamingos are out and about, and it's ordinary. Not the first day of school for them. It's just an ordinary Monday at the zoo right now.
I was just thinking of my dog. We're in that setting right now. She'd be going nuts. She'd be chasing the flamingos everywhere.
That's true.
She'd be having a ball.
Penny's best day ever.
She never actually catches anything, but she has fun chasing, that's for sure.
It's all about, how she played the game.
Exactly. Okay, guys, we got to start in the tropics. As I said off the top of the show, we have, we'll soon, within about the next 10 minutes, have Tropical Storm Aaron. Hurricane Center is going to start issuing advisories on this. So again, we don't have the details just yet. Actually, I'm going to look real quick and see if they've updated the page. But again, chances are we got winds somewhere around 40 miles per hour, 45 miles per hour. Yeah, they haven't issued the advisory just yet, but it'll come. Needless to say, this is developing into tropical storm and will likely become a hurricane. All models are really indicating that. So then the next question becomes, where is this thing moving? Well, you look at the steering patterns, and we have the Bermuda High sitting over the Atlantic, and then you got a ridge of high pressure that kind of scoots west. Actually, this will be moving back towards our neck of the woods. It's going to kind of block things from anything from moving into the Gulf or the Caribbean, really. And this high is going to become kind of the dominant feature. And so what you'll see, I think, is this thing just kind of rotating around this high and curving back out into the open ocean, which means this would not affect land. Now, this is not a guarantee, but it's looking more and more that way. And this would go right in between the two ridges of high pressure and, again, get kind of swung around that Bermuda High. And that's what the spaghetti models are showing, too. I mean, we have a lot of agreement here. Now, Bermuda would be the one spot that they would need to watch out for this, but otherwise, I don't think this will have an impact on us. All right, another picture here. This is from Mariah. And she says, have a safe first day back at school. Prayers for a great year. Madeline is starting Head Start. Michaela, 4th. Araceli is in 2nd grade, and Xavier in 1st.
Nice.
Enjoy. Looking sharp. Everyone's ready to go. I like the enthusiasm. We've seen so much enthusiasm this morning, and I really love it. Because my first day of school, I don't know if I was that excited. I got to tell you. But that kid that Jaffney interviewed, amazing. Love the enthusiasm. All right, here is the setup across our area right now. We've got some storms out near Lake Jackson and south of Houston. Those are all well east of us. But what we are noticing are some of these clouds starting to develop here. Pleasanton, Floresville, now probably moving up into San Antonio. And these are the kind of clouds, once we get into the afternoon, that may start to build into some of these downpours. So this is the latest computer model, just came out about an hour or so ago. And it does show we have some of these spotty showers by 5, 6 o'clock this evening. Could affect the evening commute. And we could see a couple heavy downpours mixed in there anytime, I'd say between, again, 2 and 8 o'clock. Then as we get into tomorrow, what we need to watch is what's going on up here across northwest Texas. There is likely going to be a complex of showers and storms. Now, I think this dies before it gets here. But if it puts out an outflow boundary, which acts kind of like a mini cold front, right? That can often help to stir up some additional showers and storms. And that's what this model is kind of hinting at. Now, these things are always tricky. It may not play out exactly like this, but I do think we need to watch for that tomorrow. If we do get one of those outflow boundaries, then we can maybe raise rain chances a little bit. But this is at 6 o'clock, and it does show some more downpours redeveloping, which, again, could affect after-school activities, the evening commute. So it's something we'll watch. High temperatures today, 98. 99 in Pleasanton. Despite that chance for rain, it will still be very hot and very steamy. 101 in Carrizo Springs. And the heat index higher than that. 101 is what it will feel like, probably for a couple of hours later today. 100 is what it will feel like in Pleasanton. 105 Carrizo Springs, 103 in Cotulla. So it'll be, again, hot, very, very hot day for most of us. 20% chance of rain all the way through Friday. Still a small chance there Saturday. So it'll just be kind of those afternoon air mass type pop-ups. But if you're lucky enough to get some rain, A, that's great for your lawn, right? And B, it maybe cools you down a little bit.
We'll take it, for sure.
Very good.
I will. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll take SA Live as well. They're getting ready for the first day of school. Now, Fiona, I see you have some company.
I do. All right. We are starting off the school year with some school spirit and some energy this morning. This is the Providence Catholic High School Progressions dance team here, and we are going to introduce you to them and find out what they are up to this school year. Also, it's the first day back at school for a lot of kids across San Antonio, if not the first day, the first week. So we want to know, we want to see those back to school pictures, okay? Scan that QR code and let us know. And backpacks, books, and breakouts. We've got Simply Tips here with a clean solution for student athletes. That's right, because they need special skincare, all right? And Jen is out at La Familia at the Rim to learn all about what's hot on their menu this morning. Hey there, Jen.
That's right, and there's new lunch specials here at Mi Familia. I got Geraldo joining me, so new lunch specials.
Yes, new and exciting new lunch specials Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come and visit us. And today we'll be looking at a very historic dish we're going to be preparing for you today. That's also very exciting. That is a puerco en cascabel, also known as asado de boda. There is a lot of history behind this item. It was prepared during the Mexican Revolution for Pancho Villa.
For Pancho Villa, okay, we're gonna get into the history here. Also talk happy hour for all the teachers. You know, I know how that's gonna go at the end of this week, and all that and more coming up. Fiona, back to you.
All right, thanks, Jen. And where to spot authentic products from Mexico. I've got Maria from Del Alma Imports here. And what have you got in your hand?
So I have a traditional clay craft with me. And then I also brought some way for you to put your own mark on some traditional clay art as well.
All right, we're going to show off that and teach you how to spot fakes, all that and more when SA Live continues in just a few.